Yeah, and that reminds me when I was working out and I started to focus more on my lower back and my back more because we all think when we train the core, it's just the abs, but there's a whole other side,
All the way around. From your
right?
shoulders through your hips, all the way around.
Exactly. And I think that's why so many people have mobility issues, especially again, used to be it, and I'm still it. We're so corporate. I sit. So I need
All
to make sure my hips and my lower back are strong. But when we think of core, we just think of abs, but your back is such an important
hmm
part of your body.
Oh, yeah. Back strength, postural muscles, and how all that stuff is aligned, how to use all those things correctly. That's part of the reason now why like a big gym environment gives me hives because I will go in and see people doing things incorrectly to the point where they will get hurt. And it's not going to be the immediate right now injury. It's going to be, the compounding movement over time will lead to an injury. And I'm just like, you can't say anything though. You can't, you don't know them. You don't know them. You need to be quiet. But it makes me cringe. I can see like, oh, that's all in her back right now and not in the good way. Like
Yeah.
that's painful.
Yeah. When I
And
see
I
deadlifts, I'm like,
oh,
ooh.
ooh.
I'm the same way. When I see it, I tell people, it's more leg and hip than the back, right? But you see some people fully bent over lifting. I was like, not
If
me.
you are doing a deadlift correctly, you should not feel pain in your low back at all. At all. And people don't realize that. And then they end up throwing their back out or pulling a back muscle or whatever. Oh, yeah. Deadlifts are a hard one. But even then, that's where you have to like let your ego go, right? You have to accept where your body is and then push yourself from that point. You can't be looking at how much the person next to you is lifting. You have to take what you can do into account. You have to learn how to exploit your own strength and not homie next to you.
Absolutely.
That,
Ego's at the door.
yeah, that's a hard one though for most people. And it goes, both ways. Like, I'm looking at all the little videos on Instagram of the person who just had baby number 4. She's only 3 weeks postpartum. She has a six pack again, and look at all these hard exercises she's doing. I'll never be that. Or look at this person at the gym and they're deadlifting, I don't know, let's pull out a huge number, 1,000 pounds. I'm going to go and do that. No, like slow down, take a breath. You can get to that point for sure. Not right now.
Oh
Take a
yeah.
breath. Figure out
Yeah.
where you're at.
When my gym starts opening up, I think everything is gonna be one plate. My deadlift, my bench, I'm probably gonna be curling 20 just because I've only been training, I've been doing boxing, which is really
Right.
good for conditioning. But
Yes.
heavy lifting, I haven't done it since January, February
Of 2020 or 2021?
this year. So it's been
Okay. Of 5-ish months.
yeah, yeah. So usually my bench press, my deadlift was over 200, but I'll start with the 45 on each side, warm up, and that'll be it for a little while. But I've always felt that you have to leave the ego at the door. And that applies to even in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't look at someone else and think this person is farther ahead of me in their business, in their workout, in their life, in their career, and think that you have to catch up because you're going at your own pace. Your journey is not their journey. And the only thing that I've taken from it is that all the people I've come across, I've learned something from them because we've all had situations that oh, I wish someone told me not to do this because I wouldn't have this. But now you and others are saying, or the type of people that would say, this is what I've done. It's worked for me. Maybe you didn't want to do this. And I try to share that knowledge as well.